This week I'm going to talk about transitions. CSS transitions allows property changes in CSS values to occur smoothly over a specified duration. These properties are used to animate smoothly from the old state to the new state over time. So when we want a special effect in a specific CSS property, then we can use the transitions. When we use transitions, we have to specify some properties. The transition property specifies the name of the CSS property to which the transition is applied. Width, height, color, position, or any other CSS property can be used. So in this code, we have a simple page with some text and a div box with 100 px, width and height. So we can use the transition in any place we want the page. In this time I'm using the div. So we have to set the transition property where we want to change, and I decided to change the width. And transition usually is used in the hover state so that we can see the changes, and we have to set this change width. I decided to change to 300 px, so we will change from 100 px to 300 px. So here when we get the mouse, you change the box from 100 px to 300 px. The transition duration property defines the length of time that a transition takes. So you have to set the time for the transition to get effect. So here, transition duration, let's see, 3 seconds. And then the transition will be done in 3 seconds. So it's a better effect that we can see the transition. Transition time function property specifies the speed curve of the transition effect. Easy specifies a transition effect with a slow start, then fast, then end slowly. This is default. Linear specifies a transition effect with the same speed from start to end. Easy in specifies a transition effect with a slow start. Easy out specifies a transition effect with a slow end. Easy in out specifies a transition effect with a slow start and end. So here I have another code with 5 divs, and we have 5 div boxes of the same size with 100 px and higher 100 px, and the transition with width for 4 seconds. And each div has a different transition time function so that we can see the difference between them. With the linear property, the speed is the same all the time. The easy, we have the slow start, then fast, and then slow again. The easy in starts slowly. Easy out, the end is slow. Easy in and out, we have the beginning and end is slow. The transition delay property specifies a delay in seconds for the transition effect. So when we want the transition to take effect after a time, then we use the transition delay property. Let's see, 1 second. So it will take 1 second for the transition to start. We can specify the transition properties one by one each line. So the transition property, transition duration, transition time function, and transition delay will be in one line. Or we can use the shorthand property, which means that we can set the 4 properties in one line. The property name and duration needs to be specified for this option, and time function delay is optional. We don't need to specify them. So here we write transition and with 3 seconds is out 1 second. So we have all this in one line, and we don't need all this. So here we have the transition property. We can use our imagination, our creativity to do whatever we want with the transition property. For example, we can specify more than one property, like for example the height. When I do this, we have to specify what we want to change. So here the height will be 300 px. And then the width and the height will change. Another property is the transform. So there's another way another effect. Transform. So here there will be another effect. And we can do whatever we want with this transition. I hope I could teach something for you, and thank you very much.